Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2, and welcome back to Bus Week. We are rebuilding our bus network today. As you can see, we got a few bits that are already covered by the Sapphire line and the Indigo line, although there's a few of the Indigo line's vehicles that are breaking down, which isn't such a good thing. Not quite sure why that's happening. But the really good news is the Indigo line is making us quite a lot of money. The Sapphire line is also making us quite a lot of money. So the smart thing to do would be to keep up that good momentum and keep pushing for a highly profitable bus network. So that is exactly what is going to happen today. And we're going to start with another bus line. Now this one, I would like it to loop again, like the Indigo and the Sapphire, so it could keep going round and round and round. I'm going to try and do it so that it doesn't get in the way too much of the other lines, because that was one of the problems, was they were stealing trade off each other. So it's all about threading the eye of a needle really, and making sure that they don't get in each other's way too much. So without further ado, I guess the smart thing to do would be to get cracking. So I want to do a bus line up in this part of the city, because this is just trams and metro here at the moment, and there's a lot of buildings. I mean, all these buildings are covered, sure, they are covered, but I like to have that little bit of extra coverage that you get from a bus line. I can't see this one being too profitable, so it is all about really just transporting people. So we're going to start with a stop on this main road. In fact, no, we're not going to have a stop on this main road. First stop is going to be that one, to link with the Sapphire line. And then we're going to stick with what we did before and go to the side streets. So we're going to have a stop. Why couldn't I put that there? How strange. Stop there. Another one. Oh, that's a one-way street, that's why. Okay, in that case we'll come over a... That's a one-way street. God damn it. Give me a second. Gonna have to rebuild this bit. Or was it 4 wide with a bus lane? So that one like that. And this one like that. Okay, that's better. So we want one there like that. We want to skip across this avenue. We'll have another stop there. Do we want to keep going? Yeah, we'll keep going north. Might as well. One there. We'll have an interchange with the tram there. Now at this point we want to start thinking about turning and heading back south again. So we'll have one there. That is one of the perks of a bus route like this, is you can build it in these streets. Virtually parallel, but not close enough that it's stepping on each other's toes. And get a nice little under-bridge stop there. Now we have a little bit of avenue running for the depot stop, which we actually need to connect up, so I'll have to do that at some point. And then we'll return back to the cruddiness of side street running. I'm just thinking I want to go down this way. We'll stop there again and meet up with the Sapphire line. And then we'll have a stop here as well. And another one here to meet the metro. Another stop here to meet with the Sapphire line again. One here. Now this one-way street is heading in the wrong direction for my liking, so I'm going to change it. Although, now I've said that, do you know what? No, I'll leave it as it is. I'm very higgledy-piggledy with my selections. Instead, I'll have it run on this street, like that. And then we'll do something very similar to the Sapphire line. We'll put a stop here. We'll have it go up and over with a stop there. And then it'll come round here, meet with the Indigo line, and then head back to depot. I like the look of that. So let's plan out the stops, shall we? Now we're gonna call this one the Yale line, like so. And we're going to timetable it the same as the Indigo line, but just so that there isn't a mix-up, we are going to stagger it by half an hour. This one's going to be running in the same direction as the Indigo line through the hub, so we want it to be as varied as possible so there's not massive queues. So we're going to reduce all of these by half an hour, so they should run exactly half an hour apart. That's providing traffic is okay. That is one thing that you get with this that you don't get with things like the monorail and the metro. Buses are the most influenced by traffic. If they run into traffic, that's it. Kiss goodbye to the timetable, because you're not going to keep to it, basically. It's a breaker. It's an absolute wrecker. It is the worst. Did I miss a bus stop? What was that? Oh no, that's just me. Right, so we go straight up north. Why is it running in that lane? Who knows? Keep running north. North, north, north. Up to here. Across this way. And then south. South, south, south. Slightly east and then south. A bit more east. Bit more south. There. There. And I do like the idea of these interchanges with the Sapphire line. It's not toe stepping. I wouldn't think it was anyway. I'd say it was more just a quick way to interchange passengers, really. No other way for it than that. Okay, and then back to depot. We don't have any vehicles for that yet, but before we do that, I'm going to upgrade these two stops where both lines meet. Just so that if people are waiting for different vehicles on different lines, they have a nice spot in which to do it. So that one and that one. Both upgraded. Did I upgrade that second one? Yes, cool. Okay, now I'll buy vehicles. So we need, how many vehicles do we need? We need 11, so I'll buy 15 of the small ones again, which are the Sternberger Pro Terras. Although these ones are cheaper, the Sternberger Mahora. So I'll buy 15 of those. And then I'll buy 5... In fact, do you know what? No. No. I'll have 10 of these. And then I'll have 5 of the bigger ones. So we want 5. Let's get some of the Nova SS. SS? No. The Nova SA. The SS is a completely different thing. Apologies for that, people. Right. Now we wait. I hope there's no trolley queues. It doesn't look like there will ever be a trolley queue in and out of this depot. It looks like we got this one fairly well sussed, actually. I hope they're not blocking each other off. No, good. That would be awkward. Maybe the longer bendy buses would. I'm just going to save my game as well, actually, because when my game crashed, I lost the Sapphire line, so I had to rebuild it from scratch. You might have noticed, if I haven't already mentioned this, Sapphire line does take a slightly different route to what it did in the last episode. And that was purely because my game crashed, so I had to rebuild it. Which was a massive pain in the backside, but, you know, it's done now. Alright, is there a bus waiting to leave here, or has the bus already left here? I don't know. Or was there never 15? No, there is. There is a bus out on the line. Where is it? Oh, it was there. I completely missed it. Right, so we're going to follow this bus 21 on its maiden voyage of the brand new Yale line. We don't need underground view, so I don't know why I've got that on still. There we go. Just got to wait for the lights to turn green, and then we're all systems go. Right. So we have some buses queuing for the Sapphire Line stop. I might jig the timetable again just a fraction to stop that from happening. It's only really during the middle of the day. By evening it's gone away again. And I did also change the timetable to run at hour slots, but I think I mentioned that in the last episode anyway. So it's just about finding the right mix between vehicle timings to make sure that you've got optimal coverage. You don't really want vehicles sitting around waiting, especially at hubs like this where it can cause disruption to other lines. I am a bit nervous as to whether whether the Indigo line is going to get in the way of the Yale line or not. As long as the vehicles run one behind the other like this, it should be fine. But you never know. That's the thing. You just never know. Right, so we filled up with passengers here. I say filled up. We've got one passenger from here. I think it's because at the moment we're running in a very similar direction to the Indigo line, and in a very short second we'll be running almost identically to the Sapphire line. So there will be a mix. Right, that trolley looks as though it's actually gaining on us. We're slowing down to chicane now, so yes, it has gained on us. So the trolley turns right, we go straight on. But then here, with the exit of the maroon line in front of us, we turn left. And we come to our first stop, which is where we meet with the Sapphire line. How many passengers? 0. And I bet this guy gets off as well. Because I bet he's going to the monorail. Yep. Any money? Is he not waiting for the next bus? Okay, maybe not then. I was going to say any money that he'll get on a Sapphire line bus and get off at the next stop, which is the monorail interchange. But maybe not. Surprised me as well as you guys. Right. Heading north. Heading north. Let's speed this up a little bit, shall we? Now we're on dedicated route. We're going to get passengers. So we've got 5 getting on here. So I think a maximum of 2 bus lines per depot. And we've got 3 depots there, so that's 6. Maximum of 6 lines. That's if we use 6 lines. If we just keep with 3, 1 in each for now, then that'll also be good, because it means buses aren't queuing to get in and out of the depot. Someone did mention this in the comments to me quite a long while ago now, actually, and I have taken the advice of not really having more than 2 lines coming out of a single depot, because it does just cause havoc and chaos. So if you have more than 2 lines, have an extra depot. Even if it's only 3 lines you've got and you have to shell out for an extra depot and fleet of vehicles, trust me, it's worth it in the long run, because the amount of money you lose from vehicles just sitting waiting to go back into the depot for servicing, you might as well. You could buy an entire fleet of vehicles with that amount of money anyway, so you might as well just stick to the plan of keeping 2 lines per depot and no more. Right, we have some unhappy customers. That's because they've been waiting for this bus since the line was first designated at stopping at this stop. So more fool them, really. They should read the timetable a bit better. That is one thing I've noticed about the AI on this game, is we have a timetable, and okay, sometimes the vehicles are late, but it's like they don't pay any attention to the timetable still. There's many a time where they could just realise that it's a minute late. You know, buses can be a minute late. I've been on buses that have been severely late, and I know why they've been late. Surely they can think, oh, it must be traffic, and not get irate about it. But apparently not. Apparently, you know, 5 seconds late, and they're getting edgy. And then they decide to walk 16 miles to get to where they want to go, just because they can't wait an extra minute for a bus. It is crazy. And we've seen in the past as well, when we were following Sophie in that episode, the route choices that some of these AI make, they kind of deserve to be left waiting. If that's the choice they're going to take, they deserve it. They really do. Right, we have turned the U-bend and we're heading south now. And again, the passenger numbers are racking up. I do kind of like the idea of having 3 depots with 3 different types of bus. Helps distinguish between lines. It's something that I opted to use with the tram. The only exception to that really is the Celeste and the Alizarin South, because they originate from the same depot, and the City Auto network because they use the same tram throughout. But you can kind of tell which line is which by which direction the tram's going in, so that gives that one away. Apart from that, I think every single line has its own designated train. Maybe the metro as well, but again, by where they're going, you can see what train it is and what line it's on. So yeah, apart from that, I think having this little mix-up, it does make it easier. Like that's the Carmine line. Yes, that's the Carmine line north we've just gone under. I did forget for a minute there. That is the Carmine, because the Alizarin doesn't cross the river. The Venetian and the Carmine are the only 2 that cross the river in the north. For now, I should say. There are plans to change that up. Big plans. Very big plans to do with the Rat House hub, which hopefully you guys will enjoy seeing me do as well. But that's after we've built the bus. I've told myself I'm not allowed to do it until I've built the bus. Right, 26 passengers online. This Yale line is actually proven to be quite successful. And this little bit of avenue running as well doesn't seem to put anybody off. Puts me off. I don't like buses on avenues, they just look out of place. Looks weird. Not sure if I like it. Oh wow. The metro connection here has provided lots of passengers for us as well. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people got off as well though. They seem to have. I can see that one being popular. I might upgrade that stop just so people waiting are a bit happier. That's something else I need to do, is go around the city and upgrade stops. I did it with the trams. All the inner city tram stops now are fully upgraded. The metro stations aren't, but then all metro stations really are in intercity areas, so it's only the hub ones that have been upgraded. Same with the monorail. Water bus, you only get 1 type anyway. So it's just the buses really that's left to do. I might do that with same with the trams actually. Upgrade all the inner city ones, and then just make the outskirts ones smaller. Right, so we are continuously heading south. This is starting to get a little bit tedious for me. I don't know about you guys. We are getting close. I think this is is this the Sapphire Line interchange? Nope, this is still Yale. And there are some very unhappy customers. It does take a while for these buses to loop round. You think how much ground we've covered with these 2 lines so far, and then the Indigo line, how far east that one stretches. It does take a fair while to go around. So I can see why people would be a little bit upset if they're the first passengers waiting. Right, another metro interchange. This one not as popular. I can see us losing all our passengers again though. I think we lost all but 1. But again, that's fine. This is the North Loop lines, so I mean they're popular, but I wasn't expecting this particular stop to be that popular. I will review that line actually and see if we can make the train sizes smaller, because again, it's all about saving money. There's no point in keeping those vehicles if they're just costing us a lot of money. So I'll have a look at that average ridership and see if I can do anything about it. Right, this bus is motoring along now down this section. Very, very good. Left turn coming up here. There it is. This stop here, 4 passengers waiting. I imagine there were more. They look very unhappy, so I guess they all gave up and left. And then carry on down this way. There's a piece of avenue that might be turned into a tram line in the future. We'll have to see on that one. Like I said, I have plans. Right, up here, over the entrance to the hub, down the other side. One passenger waiting here. There is a metro station just round the corner. In fact, that's part of the metro hub, isn't it, that station? So yes, we lose a few passengers for that one. Ah well, life goes on. Right turn here. Onto the trolley line now. We have our one connection with the Indigo line, which means I need to upgrade this. Stop thinking about it. Let's wait for the vehicle to stop, and then where's the icon? There it is. Right, that's nicely upgraded. And this bus is going to run back to the hub, and then it's going to start its second lap. So I think it's going to pick up a few passengers from here, which is good. I think we can leave that at that now then, guys. And I think we'll leave the episode here as well. So when we come back next time, I'll try and finish off these 3 bus lines here. How they'll be connected, I don't know. These stops might not even be used, or only one of these stops will be used. Is that right? Maybe 2 of them will be used in the next episode. I might try and get some lines using the same stops now. We'll see how that goes. But until then, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.